What's up, guys? It's Ramon from NyneBlockGaming&Collectibles coming at you with another review. Today I have the X-Men Villains pack, 60-year. It comes with Vertigo, Pretty Boy. Let's see if I can try to get that picture of Vertigo in here. We're gonna have to turn sideways. This thing's big. Let's back it out a bit. There we go. Vertigo, Pretty Boy, Strife, Random, and Zero. There's your back. So it looks as though the only accessories we get with the top two are hands for Zero. You get a bunch of stuff for Pretty Boy. Hands for Vertigo, hands for Strife. Nothing for Random. Just the same images on the other side, comic book images with the comic book thing they do on the top left. Plastic-free packaging thing and a whole bunch of other stuff on the bottom. But let's crack this guy open. Once opened, and you see this piece fell out, that's going to be some accessories. You get this package that looks like this, with all your figures on the inside. I'm going to put this to the side, pull them out one by one, and give reviews on each individual figure. But if you aren't familiar, though you should be by now, with the windowless packaging or the plastic-free packaging, this is somewhat reminiscent of what you get on the smaller box sets. This is a little bigger, so it has more compartments for the different figures, but essentially the same thing. So first thing is first, being the one I was most excited about, which is Strife. His Build-A-Figure got insanely expensive, or it wasn't a Build-A-Figure, it was just a deluxe maybe back in the day. I'm not sure how it was issued. I don't think it was a Build-A-Figure. But that got insanely expensive. I wanted to buy him numerous occasions. I'm glad I held off for this guy. So really awesome figure here. Ankles are extremely tight and they're notched, so getting him to stand is being difficult with me. There he is. Let's go over some paint applications. There isn't a lot of paint detail outside of the skin tone on the face. It almost looks like they tried to go with like a 5 o'clock shadow or something here. Maybe mine just has some type of debris. I don't remember that being a thing. Might be a lot of leftover paint from this silver or plastic. Very flexible on this, so you don't got to worry about it breaking. Here's your cape. I might try to do something third party-ish and remove this and get a soft goods for him. So you get some blue here and on the legs, not on the arms. And that's it. Solid red cape, mostly silver body, blue here, blue abdomen, and not much for the face. So let's go over articulation. See how far back he can look. He can look back really far for having all that headgear and the cape in the back. They really made it that it does not interfere with this backwards head movement at all. Because of the flexible plastic, you can look down decently. Left to right, you're going to see it runs into those. I mean, you can go full 360. I don't want to bend these too much that they're warped. but it does go. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you is these shoulder pads, they're not a part of the articulation of the body. So it is going to get hindered to 90 degrees for the arm, and it does not move up further than that because it stops right there. That is disappointing. I don't know why they didn't attach the shoulder pad to the actual shoulder to enable that articulation out of there. So he can go sideways. He cannot go forward and up. It stops it right there. Bicep swivel. So you get a ton of range out of that. Not full 360. He has double jointed elbows that take him slightly above 90 degrees. Wrist hinge freely rotates 360. Ab crunch doesn't get anything back because of the cape. Gets a ton forward. We got waist swivel. Notched waist swivel, as you can hear. That's as far as that goes. So this belt rotates a little bit, enables some pretty high kicks. Again, due to the cape. Well, the cape's not even what does it. The shoulder guard here only allows him to kick back that far, which is not a lot of range out of that. Got double jointed knees, get that much movement out of it. Ankle rocker. Notched ankle rocker. And a ankle hinge. Now let's see if these are his accessories. I think they are. They were right where he was. And they are. So this is the only thing you get for accessories for him, which is just fists. And that is all for Strife. Now we have Random. It has that protector over his arm. Strife had one over his head. I forgot to show that. So you get that protector over his arm for inside the packaging. Pretty cool sculpt. We get a lot of paint on this guy. You got some tattoos. You got this snake one over here. It looks like he... Nope, nothing under there. This cool little wire, barbed wire on his waist there. Decently flexible jacket that if you pop the arms out, you should be able to remove off of him. You get a belt. Cool effect. Or a cool arm, but there should be third-party effects you should try to get to work with that in order to get some more realism out of this guy on your shelf. So he has some decent paint apps. You got different colors on the jackets. You got a beard. You got some tattoos you normally don't see on figures. It's something they tend to lack on. Let's go over articulation. Jacket immediately blocks the head from moving back. It stays just where it's at. You can try to force a little out of it, but it doesn't want to go up at all. Gets decent down. Arms go slightly below 90. Bicep swivel. Double jointed. No wrist here. Hand that has a wrist. Full 360. Wrist hinge. Yep. You got ab crunch, ratchet it, waist swivel, thigh cut, double jointed knee, ankle rocker, and hinge. All right, on to the next one. Since there are no accessories for him, we have Zero. with black paint all over his thigh. See that? Should just scratch off. Just dirt in the box. So here is Zero. No alternate heads. We get some hands for him. Let me try to find those and pull them out. Issue I currently have with him is he's difficult to currently pose because these gummy joints. Really gummy. So let's just try to get him to stand upright at all. There, he's standing up. Let's pull this cool large accessory out. So that's one we get with him. And some alternate hands. There we go. And there he goes. Again, difficult to stand. See, I wasn't lying to you. So paint applications, you don't got much. You got 2 zeros drawn on them, and the rest of the body is completely white, no shading or anything to go along with it. A awkward thing is we get double peg holes on the back of him. Why the hell is that? Why wouldn't you just fill those in? There's plenty of bucks where this isn't a thing, and I hardly ever see one peg hole on bucks that don't use it, but 2? A deluxe box that cost $125, you'd think they would try a little harder. See, this is my problem, and why I start griping with Hasbro. Strife was awesome. Random was okay. Paint apps are good, no accessories, but for $125 plus tax and shipping, if you got it from somewhere you had to pay shipping, why is that a thing? Why do we have 2 peg holes when we're not going to use them? All right, done with the griping. All right, head can look down that far, up incredibly high, got free 360 movement, minor side to side due to the ball peg. Arms, this looks like the Silver Surfer body, so arms are going to go a little above 90, bicep swivel, pinned, another annoying thing, pinned, double jointed elbow, wrist hinge, ab crunch, waist swivel, leg kicks up that far, hardly back at all, thigh cut, you got double jointed knee, boot cut, and ankle hinge and rocker that goes 360. Accessories are these hands, fingers pointed hands, and this effect piece, which is really cool. Thumbs up for the effect piece, filling your holes in your back. Now we're going to go with Pretty Boy. I like this guy second the most from Strife from what I see on product images. Reason being, he has a cool, very unique mold. They had to entirely remold a figure to do this. This is what you expect when you order something at the cost range of this. This should be with your cost increases per figure, you get 5, that's 25 per figure. With the cost increase Hasbro's doing, we should absolutely get some nice, decent molds like this. Like, there should be unique molds for a vast majority of the figures at the current price range we're at. And if you do not think that that is a case, we have things like SH Figure Arts and Mafex that have top tier line figures that are hardly any more expensive. Naruto, the new kid figure, and his adult figure are both around the $35 range. You have your Target Gokus that are $39.99. You have Stormtroopers from Mafex that are $35. So when you're getting close to that price range and you're hitting $30 per figure, we need, not just the same Bucky Cat mold or Silver Surfer mold or things like that. We need our unique molds. Okay. I don't think we have waste movement out of this guy unless mine is just stuck. Oh, we do. It was just positioned in an awkward way. So this is him. The head sculpt looks really nice. When you get a new mold and you have to work on something, it looks good. That looks good. Body, the mold is awesome. Thumbs up, Hasbro. You did a great job on this guy. You got a completely new mold, robotic. Look at all that detail in the body and legs. Really cool figure. Do this more often. This is nice. Pinless. So let's quickly go over articulation. His hair stops his head from moving back, it seems. It's on a ball peg. It's not going to get any more than that. If it was hinged, it would be able to down that far. Some side to side. Rotates 360. You got arms that go slightly below 90. Bicep swivel, full 360 out of that. You got double jointed elbows. Wrist rotation and hinge. You get slight. This is the only issue I'm seeing with this guy, is you only get very slight diaphragm movement out of him. I mean, it's back. You can kind of see there's a opening there in the front. See, forward, back. And that gives him some side to side, which you normally don't get out of these guys. So you get side to side. Waist rotates 360. His leg will kick out that far. Back pretty far. He has double jointed knees, so it should move really far. Double jointed knees, ankle rocker, rotates 360, and a ankle hinge that feels incredibly easy to break. It's not a big piece of plastic for that one. All right, let's go over our accessories. I don't know why these wax packages give me such a problem going out. So you got two cool guns. They are different. If you'd like a close-up, they are not identical. Trigger hands for both hands, and smoking and blast effects. You get two pairs of them. I'm going to stick those back in the wax. Some of those are tiny and I will lose them. Already dropped one. Nice knowing you, effect. Alright, on to the last figure. we have Vertigo. Here she is. Originally, I thought this might have been a reuse for a head sculpt, but I think it is a new one. It looks slightly different than ones I have saw before. I can't place that I can say that it is a repaint of anything. It's pretty nice looking, though I could be wrong. They really like reusing head sculpts. You put hair on it, and you paint a little different. They can look entirely different than one another. But that's nice. Paint on her body looks good. Single jointed arm, old mold. That is frustrating. Pin legs. That's frustrating. Good head sculpt. Neck down, not so great. Let's quickly go over articulation. Nothing in the back. All that hair prevents it. She'll look down that far. Slight side to side. Rotates 360 even with the hair. Just can't look back. You got arms that go slightly above 90. And that's another issue. With this soft plastic, that they're using now, these old joints are going to break. That was way too difficult to get to move, but you get slightly above 90 degrees out of that. Wrist hinge, and look how soft her hands are. That hinge is the same softness, by the way, and look how small it is in there. It's going to be something that's easy to break. And she has alternate hands, so be careful. There is black stuff all over all of these guys. Diaphragm, slight movement side to side, forward and back, but very slight in all directions. Nothing at the waist. Thigh cut, kick slightly below 90, hardly back at all. Double jointed pinned knee. I've complained about that enough. Ankle rotation, ankle hinge. Accessories are 2 pairs of fisted hands. Let me get those out quick. And there are the hands. All right, guys, stay tuned. After the video, I am going to do some posed pictures of these guys to show you the dynamic articulation poses they are capable of. And then if you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up. And if you would like to see more content from me as I release, be notified as I post videos on my channel, please hit that subscribe button. All right, guys. See ya.